Yep.
That doesn't happen on game night with the friends. There's no, oh, we bypass this part. No, every excruciating detail we need to understand. And I'm just like, oh boy.
There were like certain cards.
Alright, pups, welcome back to some more of Psychonauts. Alright, we gotta help Gloria with her mood swings as we find the correct play so that we can get up to the catwalks.
Is that a dog?
Yes. Well, it's actually a character in a dog costume.
Okay.
Mother, tell me true of the dad I never knew. He was brave in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty steed? Wow.
Something's missing. It just kind of like keeps riding off into the sunset. It's like, well, I guess that's the end of the play. Let's try switching the mood. First, you've got to set the mood.
The tone.
So this is what happens when you change it to a tragedy.
Wahaha! Welcome to Hagatha Home School for Girls, where you will begin your long and painful training in the theatrical disciplines. Wahaha!
But I don't want to study theater. I want my mom to come take me home right now. Your mom has a career and a boyfriend to think about. She doesn't have time for an ugly little girl like you. Boo-hoo-hoo!
Boo-hoo-hoo.
There is nothing more tedious than the tears of an unlovable child.
It's time to suffer for your art.
That's what I need. I need to somehow bring down that like little hot air balloon
Okay.
so that it can ride me up to the rafters.
See, I'm just confused because I thought that it would change the tone of that exact scene. Oh, okay.
He was brave. Yeah, just ride on by, Sir Deadbeat's dad. Don't hang around to help raise your poor daughter. Jerk.
Jerk.
So the difference is there's like some like off the cuff commentary. Oh shit. And they attack you.
Ah,
Yeah, the dogs will light you on fire because they breathe fire. And
Naturally.
The performers, they just kind of like have spinning leaves of death.
okay.
Right now, I'm just trying to climb to the top. Let's see if we can find either a new play or a way to bring down the balloon. Because there's the balloon,
Okay.
but he's just out of reach.
Just far enough.
Hey, there's the hot air balloon I need to get to the catwalks.
Catwalks, that's the word.
Now, if I could just get them to do a play that brings it down here, I could ride it up to the catwalks and take care of that phantom.
Okay. And if we switch to like different parts of the play, like going through here,
Yeah.
I guess they all died.
Death.
Oh, they got a dragon.
Dragon.
Don't
do that tongue thing. Oscar's like, I do.
The mailboat ain't coming for you, girlie.
The mail boat may never come, but I think I see the mail train approach it through yon tunnel.
Mail train? Yay! Surely it bears to me a letter from my dear mother who abandoned me at this school for girls so long ago. A dragon? Ah!
Ha ha ha! 'Tis a dragon indeed. You have been fooled and burned.
Why is everyone with it?
Oh god. Everyone's shooting at me. Alright, so we're going to try to show the Night of Joy again. And we're going to see a little difference here.
Okay.
Mother,
But yeah, it kind of sucks that like until you get it right, you have to watch the same cutscene
Yeah.
over and over and over again. Let's see. I've come to slay the dragon.
Gotcha.
Now you can use its head as stairs.
Nobly smoked in the beast to his own death. He is a hero.
And that's basically how the level works. You pick the right play for the right scene, and it allows the stage to change just a little bit so that you can access the next area.
Okay. Yeah, I could see how that would be annoying.
Tedious as hell. But
Yeah.
look! On the string! An atrocity in gaming.
Goddamn bat.
Hanging on the wire. The day the mailboat finally came. Whoopsies!
Ah.
So apparently the sequel really dives more into Raz's family's phobia of water.
Okay.
You don't really get an explanation by the end of this. It's just tied to the character.
Yeah.
Of just like, hey, this is why the character can't swim. This is why we don't design swimming mechanics. Is there's a
Yeah.
irrational fear of water for the character.
I feel like, too, it could have been like at the time they just didn't have time or skill to do water mechanics.
Oh, very common. Most developers, if they can, will avoid swimming mechanics.
Yeah.
Like complex swimming mechanics. Like even Breath of the Wild, for all the physics it has, you swim at surface level. You
Yeah.
don't dive under. Because like it can get complex. And it's been agreed on that like most games, their worst part are their water levels.
Yeah.
So, some of them are the exceptions, like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has really good water levels. But for the most part,
No mail for you,
water
ugly
levels
girl.
are kind of like the weak link of video games. Not always, but sometimes.
Yeah, I hated the water level in Alice.
I'd say that might be among the worst.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are pretty bad, but that one's up there. Also, a lot of water levels that I'm like weren't too bad. Growing up, you get more refined controls, you get more
Yeah.
refined camera work.
Absolutely.
You go back and you're like, ooh, this is a little jank.
Yeah.
I could see how someone would have like hated this. So I'm just like, that's fair. But for me, I'm just like, it's not that bad. Could be worse.
Those masks are like me in customer service.
I decided to change it to happy to find not only the right play, but so the actors can stop killing me. It just gets annoying because you're trying to like get the right item and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're just like mauling you, and I'm just like, excuse me, I'm trying to. Oh, you can do that too. You can just select, hey, you're doing a good job, Becky, and she goes, aw. See?
Yeah.
So you can be like, you can bark orders at her and be like, hey, can I see this play again? Or you can cheer up and just be like, hey, you're doing a good job. Moral support.
There you go.
I said, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. I wonder
The
what is
mailboat
taking the
cometh.
mailboat so long to get here after I clearly declared that I have seen it approaching.
We can't find the wheels for the boat.
We're supposed to have water for the boat to float on. I swear, I can't work like this. Seriously, I'm calling my agent.
So that's what happens if it's wrong. They're like, hey, we're having some technical difficulties.
I can't work like this.
Can't work under these conditions. Alright, so this one has water. This one must have the day the mailboat came.
I say, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. Oh,
There it is.
a vessel more beautiful and resplendified.
Are you Miss Gloria Von Guten?
Yes,
Oh no.
Well,
She's in the
then
hallway.
these bags and bags of
when the attack
lavender-scented fan mail must be for your beautiful self.
yay!
Alright, so that worked. Now watch. We're gonna take the mailboat.
Sail
Into
away
the next
into
set.
another scene.
Yep. Exit stage right. Here we are. And that's our last play.
Goodbye, my previously dear mother. I flee now to Europe to escape your insane jealousy over my amazing career. Please do not leave me, Gloria, my daughter. Go now, and I shall do something unto myself both drastic and traumatizing to you emotionally. Care I do not, or you sicken me with this.
Adieu, ma mère.
Adieu.
So just to clarify, they are acting out Gloria's life. Like this is
I
all in her
figured
mind. And,
as
like, This is
much.
basically Gloria's backstory. Of that, like she was sent to an acting school and kind of like forced through rigorous training to become a star, and her mother became jealous.
I always find those types of stories really interesting.
Goodbye,
Stories, they're mostly based off real life.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff happens.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, a story is a nonfiction, like...
Okay. Alright, we have the right play. Now we just have to find the right set.
That means you too, kid. You gotta hustle onto that balloon if you want to get up to the catwalks. And action.
I guess I just got really lucky with a mom that was just supportive.
Mother ever come take me home from this horrible school for girls? Do not worry, for I believe I
Could've
see
been
you
worse.
floating here
Yeah.
now in a magical balloon.
Hey,
What?
there's no magic cloud in this set.
You rat.
Okay, so you need a magic cloud.
Let's just run around happily and maybe you won't notice.
Maybe if we talk really loud.
Alright, so we're looking for the one with the cloud. I think it's the first one. This one. The one with the tree in the middle.
Okay.
Alright, so now... I think this is it. Goodbye, Hagatha Home. Let's see that once more.
Yeah, that one can use a little work. Do not worry.
Now I'm skipping it because it's the same goddamn cutscene.
Okay.
There's no magic.
I was like, wow, this one's going a lot faster.
Yeah, because I lost patience. Maybe I got the wrong one. Or maybe I have the wrong tone. Doing it all wrong. You're on the wrong tone. You do it again, I'm gonna hit you in the face with a soldering iron.
What is that?
I think Joe Dirt, Christopher Walken. There's like this entire scene where like he's building up like a comeback for this guy, and he's like, "You're doing it all wrong. You're talking to me in the wrong tone. You do it again, I'm gonna hit you in the face with a soldering iron."
Okay. I have no idea what Joe Dirt is.
It was a David Spade comedy from the early 2000s. It's a comedy from the early 2000s, so they're fine. They have a couple. It's like the Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm starting to wonder if it was a Happy Madison production, because they weren't all Adam Sandler movies. They were
No.
They were a whole genre. Just Adam Sandler was the producer.
And rumored lover, must I truly ship my only daughter Gloria off to Hagatha Homeschool for Girls?
Yes, and immediately, before she ruins our career. I mean your career.
No, never shall I go. Worry not, baby daughter, for I every day shall write to you.
Yes,
They have.
and I shall mail
Are they
the
like
letters
dandelions?
myself. Personally.
I've played this game a total of 4 times. This is my 4th playthrough of this game, and I still don't know what the hell they're supposed to be.
They look like they have like dandelion leaves.
Okay. Because I always figured, like, are they ants? in like flower costumes.
Oh, well, I don't know what type of creatures they are, but the leaves
With a
on
razor
their
sharp.
costume. I mean, have you ever pulled a dandelion? They can get kind of sharp.
Not recently, no. We used to have a lot of dandelions in my parents' yard growing up.
I leave them. It's the first food for the bees.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Sigh. Do not worry. Hey, cue the magical balloon, moron.
Hey, there's no magical balloon on this set, but that won't stop me from jumping down there and kicking your ass. So watch it.
Dang.
We've skipped some levels.
Theater people are so dramatic.
Uh-huh. Son of a bitch, will you just let me get on the ladder? I want that figment. We'll float down. There we go. I got it. Now we can rest easy. Son of a bitch, leave me alone. No! Oh, no.
We're stuck in a loop.
Yup. Haha, I broke the loop. Piss off, demon! Well, in the words of Porky Pig, piss off, Lou. That's from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, I do remember that.
When I quote movies, I try to say what it's from. When I steal jokes, I try to say who originally told the joke.
Yeah.
Most of this is just babble, mostly on topic, but mostly not.
That makes sense.
Oh, stop. Whatever is
We're 50% stolen jokes, 50% original, and 50% we don't really know.
There you go, you got it. I always described my Let's Plays as time capsules.
Yeah.
That like capture just moments of my life. Like it's just my authentic self.
Yeah.
And also like Gaming Cats and Dogs in particular, our relationship with the door left open. Hey, come on in and sit.
Yeah.
Watch our banter. Watch us be goofy. It's not for you. You can leave. The door's open. You can
Or
come
you
and go
could
as you
just
please.
put it on mute and watch the game.
If they did that, why wouldn't they watch any other playthrough?
Beloved daughter.
I don't know,
Or they
maybe
can
it's
just
just
watch
not
the
for them.
game.
Back for you. Please come with us.
Maybe you're just that good at playing.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, being stuck on endless loops on a ladder, being shot by the bat, only on Gaming Cats and Dogs, let me tell you. We did it! We finished the play.
Yay.
Now we gotta get up there with just 3. Oh my god, I'm gonna
2
die.
brains left.
Yep.
1 brain left.
Do 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 do. Come on, get me up there. If I can get up to the catwalks, I can get my health back. Because now it's time to chase the Phantom.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Alright, so this is the final segment of this level, right before the boss battle. Yes, we do have a boss battle coming up. So, overall, do you like this one more than Black Velvetopia or less? Because, like, it's a struggle for me, because I like the
I think
aesthetic.
I like Black Velvetopia better.
Okay.
Just in all aspects. Like, I like the aesthetic a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that the gameplay works better.
I
Even
gotcha.
with the bowl.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's less repetitive action that you have to do.
Got you.
So, like, whereas this one, you have to watch the same scenes over and over and over. And I'm like, okay, they're, like, fluffing the game. They're just trying to get more time.
Okay, so
And
you
it's
view it as
like-
padding.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, while I can see the humor in it of, like, okay, let's run this scene again, like, I don't want to wait. Like, I want to change it and try again.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's just me, like, showing the differences
Yeah.
for the sake of the playthrough. But when playing, you can just be like, nope, got it wrong. Click, 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 click.
yeah, but even just, like, the click, 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 like, I feel like there could have been a better way to show you that you're wrong, that like this isn't the correct sequence of things that you needed.
Ooh, capacity to confuse increased. Nice. More confusion ammo. That's a good thing. Yeah, this part, we're basically... It reminds me of Deadbird Studios.
Yeah.
And, like, we're trying to stealthily find the Phantom while he's using spotlights to basically take us out.
Okay.
And the whole time he's going to be mocking us as we try to reach him.
Look out below!
Look out below!
But yeah, I like the sassiness of the actors.
Okay.
I feel like they could have utilized that a little bit more instead of like, okay, let's do the scene again. That like if it's not the right scene
They just
or
immediately
setting,
start talking shit.
that they would just be like, line, you know, like I don't know my lines, or like you're in the wrong spot, you know.
Okay.
Something to show like,
Something quicker.
not only quicker but more streamlined.
Okay.
So the scene itself should never end and restart,
Okay.
but it's like you would be trying to figure out how to do it as the scene plays.
Okay.
So that way it like, I feel like it would up the ante because you have a short period of time. You feel like you have to like keep going to get it right.
But how would you give the player clues of like the right one? Like when they're just like, hey, the boat's not in this one. And so it tells the player, ah, crap, I gotta find
Well,
the set with the boat.
they could be like, where's the boat?
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm not a theater kid at all, but I did do like the musicals in high school and like local theater groups. It just isn't my. I don't belong there.
Gotcha.
I'm definitely not.
Oh, here we go.
Dramatic enough.
Gloria's fallen star. So Gloria's famous, praised, beloved, wins a trophy, but she got something in the mail.
Oh, her mom died.
Yep. And that it caused an effect on her performance. And it resulted in a split personality.
Winning. But that's how I would do it. I
Okay.
would try to utilize the actors that are on stage being like, stagehands, I forgot to bring the boat.
Okay.
You know, so that way it's like you can adjust as the scene plays on, versus like it just not working
Okay.
and then having to replay that same scene with something different.
No, I agree. So, next question. Do you like the Waterloo more than Black Velvetopia? Or would you say of the 3 Asylum levels, Black Velvetopia would be your favorite? The one with Napoleon.
Yeah. I don't know. I really liked how they did the Waterloo.
Okay.
Like, I like that it looks very small because it's like, oh, they're just playing a board game. Like,
Yeah.
you just go into the board game. But then when you get there, there's like the overworld map that you can kind of like stomp through like a giant, but then you can go in and like run around each.
Yep.
So I think it was really clever.
Okay. The episode we watched of Adventure Time actually reminded me of the Waterloo when they were doing the card wars.
Yeah.
I was reminded of Napoleon.
So yeah, I thought immediately of Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, this is what it's going to be like to play
to Dungeons
D&D.
and Dragons and Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. It was like basically an amalgamation of like board games and card games. And they just went to town with it. Especially the, all right, let me explain the rules. And it's like 2 hours later and it's just like, all right, ready to play. And I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Game night, one of my least favorite parts of game night was Jim bringing a new game and there being like the hour session of establishing the rules.
Yeah.
And Jim's a stickler for rules, so there's no like, oh, we can ignore that part.
Yeah.
But that you'd always do with your family.
Yeah.
Like my parents would be like, I don't really understand this, so we'll just ignore that part and have fun.
Yep.
That doesn't happen on game night with the friends. There's no, oh, we bypass this part. No, every excruciating detail we need to understand. And I'm just like, oh boy.
There were like certain card games that I was really, really good at, and like I used to play cards with my grandparents, and like Mama wouldn't play it with me anymore because I would always completely crush her.
You're like BMO.
Yeah.
No, your grandma's like BMO. She's like, I don't play with
them.
her anymore.
Yeah.
She get mad for a month.
Yeah. So, like, one of the big games, I don't know if you've ever played Canasta.
No, I have not.
So, I mean, it's an old school card game, and you play it with 2 decks, and there's what's called, like, a wild card Canasta. So, and it's like if you can gather 7 of the wild cards in the 2 decks, and you basically lay your hand, you win the game.
Okay.
So, it's like, because it's done by a point system. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to talk over the Phantom.
Yeah, whatever. Now just stay
Make
put
him
so I can come
angry.
punch and unmask you.
The sunlight, it burns. All right,
Going to
so in
bleach
the
my
next
skeleton.
episode, we're going to find out who the Phantom really is. And that will conclude Gloria's Theater.
I bet it's her mom.
We shall see. See you next time.
Doodles!